This podcast will hopefully contain words or statements of obscene, pornographic, or immoral character. You have been warned.
Podcast, party about records, podcast, stupid games and news crap. Easy up, you're my crap. Get ready for something fucked up, like a 12-car pileup. You'll love this podcast.
Fucking drives me nuts that coffee cups are a variety of sizes, so you can never fucking stack them. Like,
oh, I
you know,
see. You like ring to ring. Yeah.
Yeah, they never fucking fit. They're everywhere.
Huh.
It's just fucking travesty left and right stacking that shit.
That's actually a really interesting thing to bring up, because I honestly can say I don't think I ever really thought about coffee cups don't stack and how much of a footprint they take up in our cupboard, because none of them are you can't stack any of them.
No, absolutely not. It's so goddamn irritating.
Wow,
and you want to get a
you just
fancy
gave
one.
you just gave me a new pet peeve that won't be any way to rectify. Thanks for that.
Dude, there's no fucking way to get rid of that. It's fucking horrendous. And it's evil. You can't, unless you're going to have matchy, you're not going to fucking do it. Because everything's fucking different sizes.
Yeah, because I even have mugs that are the same size, like fluid ounces wise, but one's like a little skinnier and taller than the other one.
Yes.
So it's like it could almost fit, but if you stuck it on top, it probably leans a little bit. So then you can't stack anything on that one then.
Oh, absolutely not. I would never want to go 3 high on any coffee cup.
Yeah.
No.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I think we're just so accustomed to putting them in, knowing they don't stack. I've never even thought about it, in the fact that coffee mugs don't stack.
It's so fucking irritating, because it is. They take up so much space because you got the fucking handle.
The handle fucks you, yeah.
And then the footprint, and then you can't stack one nicely on top of the other. So it's a fucking cluster, and it's always magical when you can open the door and shit doesn't fall out towards you.
Yeah.
Especially when the kids do the dishes.
Gotcha. Huh. Yeah, I'm going to have to, after we're done today, I'm going to go examine the cupboard and see if there's any way I can organize the coffee mugs better. And then like you're saying with the handles, sometimes the way you're trying to line them up, you get out to the end and then the door won't shut because there's a handle in the way, and there's no way to spin it. So then you have to rearrange.
It is like a fucking shitty jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah. That's really
that they
funny.
fucking cut with a butter knife. And you're just trying to get the shit to fit back in nicely.
Yeah.
It don't work.
I think that's so cool that you can get custom jigsaw puzzles now. Speaking of jigsaw puzzles.
I just saw somebody promoting a jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah.
HR.
Oh, okay.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. It's weird too. That's funny you mentioned Bad Brains, because I actually went record shopping yesterday for a little bit, and so the Bad Brains apparently have gotten, I guess, the rights back to all their recordings. So they're re-releasing everything on it's Bad Brains recording or whatever is their label.
Really? I didn't realize.
So it's all pretty much their whole catalog, but it's all the remixed, remastered bullshit or whatever. But anyway, just thinking of an HR jigsaw puzzle, and how now that they own all their recordings, I can see them going into the realm of they're going to be Kiss now, and just have so much stuff, which fine, if they weren't getting the money they should have been all these years for their records, now they can finally recoup some finances and stuff, which they definitely deserve it. But it's just kind of funny. I wonder if they'll go that route where it's just ridiculous merch items just to make
that
some
would
money.
Be fucking funny as shit.
But it's crazy because the first Bad Brains record, sorry, I don't know the title. It's the one with the capital with the lightning bolt, right? That's the first one.
That's the Roar cassette, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe so. I think
Yeah,
it maybe
that-
has another name, but
No,
anyway,
yeah.
they have I think there's already like 3 versions of that, and it's the same like record, but it's just like it's a different cover. There's like different covers.
Welcome
album
to the
art.
world of K-pop, my friend.
Yeah.
Welcome to the world of K-pop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
same
not
record.
that it's not a totally new thing in like punk and hardcore either, but I imagine, yeah, like you were saying, like the K-pop stuff has the whole trading card aspect. Like I
Oh,
can see
yeah,
them
it's-
doing multiple things. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're fucking. I'll give them credit. They're smart as shit.
Yeah. Well,
Ugh.
like we were saying before, that all that music is way more rooted in like finances and marketing than like the actual music.
Oh my god, Blythe was blowing up because some band got shut down. Did I say that the last one? That the because they didn't sell enough records.
Oh,
And so they got shut down within a year, and the record company's the one that shut it down. It wasn't the artist's choice. It was the record company. No, you guys have disbanded.
yeah. No,
It's like-
you had talked about that. That's crazy. Yeah. Like basically you guys are done now. And they probably like, let's say hypothetically, those people in that band were actual musicians and liked the music and wanted to keep doing it. I bet you there's clauses that they're not even allowed to like continue the band on their own or something.
I think you would be right. Like
Yeah.
I think that
Like
they
we
show
own
up.
this name, we own the like the physical look of this band. Like you can't do shit.
They are the boy band, the old school boy band and girl bands
Yeah.
of like the fucking 90s and aughts and
Mm-hmm.
all that shit. It's fucking ridiculous. I guess they could perform it live, but they could not record it without giving over. I
Yeah,
don't know,
like
it's all
they could
fucking hot
essentially
mess.
be like a tribute band of themselves.
Yes, how awesome.
Yeah. That's such a ridiculous concept. But there's bands that do that though. There's I can't think of any off the top of my head, but there's definitely bands that are still playing.
The Venom Inc.
Well, no, even like crazier than that though. Like bands who don't even have any original members left, but are still like
Plug it away.
yeah, like bands that started in like the early 70s who are dudes that are either dead or in their late 70s now. That those guys are no longer affiliated with the band at all, and there's like dudes in their 30s playing in the band, but with that name. It's crazy. There's like a couple different versions of like bands like that.
There was the one in the Mighty Wind. I think that everybody was fucking uber young. Like they were, it was at the folk music documentary, mockumentary.
Yeah.
And fucking they had the one band that all the members were, none of them were the original members, and they were all super young compared to everybody else.
Yeah, I forget. That's crazy. I know it's so weird. Well, it was one of our episodes, like maybe 5 or 6 episodes back, I forget what the exact topic was, but I had done some research. Like, it was the one where we talked about bands that had like been the original members for the longest. So,
Oh yeah.
so they actually had like another part of that list that was bands that are still together but have like 0 original members. And I forget what the band was on that list, but there was one that really stuck out that it was the example I was just saying, where it's like dudes in their 30s now, but if it was the original members, they should be in their 70s and 80s. It's like, this is so ridiculous. Like, who goes to see that?
Oh,
It's
my
like,
God.
I would, at that point, and I mean, whatever, like, no offense to that band. Like, those dudes are probably guys who were a fan of that band or had parents that were a fan of that band and grew up listening to it. Now they get to play in that band. Like,
Yeah, that's
that's-
pretty badass.
that's pretty fucking cool. But at the same time, I'm like, I'd almost just rather go to karaoke night and hear like strangers do these songs. It would be more entertaining.
So do you think they have to license almost the band name and stuff from the original members that are still around?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's scenarios where that does happen. I think in this particular band's case, there was still an original member when these younger guys were in the band, but then that dude just left and got replaced with like another younger guy. So I think they're probably just like, fuck it, like just keep it going. Like, who cares? Like,
Right.
because they're still making money. probably
Fuck it.
from those younger guys doing the band. What's like
Yeah,
Kiss?
what would imagine they're getting residuals from even if it's record player shit like that, they're still getting it.
Yeah, they probably get a cut of when those guys tour and everything, merch sales. I mean, Kiss has always said that. Gene Simmons has always said that like Kiss is a band that can continue on like after we're dead. And I would not be surprised if that happens at all.
Yeah. That would be fucking I don't know. It'd be hard to do.
Yeah.
I think like Gene and Paul have to be there.
I mean, that's what we think, but imagine we may possibly live to see a new version of Kiss.
Oh my god.
I mean, if
Maybe
we're
they'll
both-
add a third S. That'll make them special.
that's how they'll get away with it.
Kisses.
Yeah. I mean,
Or
those
ES.
dudes are in their 70s now, early 70s, so who knows how much longer they'll be around. And
God.
I would not be surprised if we live to see the day when there's a Kiss with no original members.
I'll buy that.
Would you go to see it though?
Fuck no.
Yeah, I'm in the camp where I have to. There's got to like Gene and Paul would have to be there if I'm gonna go. Somebody
Or they just show up as also a motherfucking special guest.
yeah.
And all of a sudden they fucking roll out in their wheelchairs, kick out the jams for like one song.
That's so funny. What song? What Kiss song would be like funny to see them play in a wheelchair though? Like if they're gonna come out and do that, what song would you want to hear?
Would it be like Detroit Rock City? Oh my god. Yeah.
Or maybe
dude.
Deuce because they're riding in two wheels. Well, I guess technically a wheelchair has four wheels, but yeah.
But who's counting?
Yeah. Oh man,
Fuck my god.
that's great.
Hotter than hell. That'd be kind of fucking funny too.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I want to think about that actually. There's probably a really good one that would be like perfect for them to play. That would be fitting for their current condition. Yeah, like they wouldn't get wheeled out on stage though. They'd like be coming down from the top on like hooked to chains and shit.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say, or at least Rascals, where they'd fucking
like Gene's Rascal has like fucking smoke coming out and like fucking fangs and shit on
Oh
the
my
front,
god.
breathing fire.
It looked like Tommy Wami's hot dog thing he posted on the fucking Instagrams.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh my god.
That'd be great. Like his Rascal could like actually be like shaped to look like the front of his boots that he wears, and he just like
how
fucking
fucking cool is that?
yeah. Oh, dude. Well, there you go. There's a new Kiss merch item.
Oh my god.
Missed opportunity for the fucking 70-year-old Kiss fans of Walmart. Fucking Rascals that look like fucking boots of Kiss members.
You can get the fucking detail kit. And you
Yeah.
can get like fucking all the fucking ground effects and shit for it.
Totally. I love that you just like pulled out the term ground effects. That's amazing.
Oh my god.
No, like, well, there's fucking Kiss caskets, so like a
Yeah.
Kiss Rascal isn't too far out of the realm of. It's like, dude, it's like it's like Kiss merch items for every decade of your life, like from birth to death. We got you covered.
Could you imagine showing up at the fucking arena in your fucking Rascal, like fucking Gene Simmons boot? Hell yeah.
So then that gives them a whole new opportunity for an extra level of a VIP pass. So you have like normal VIP pass and you have Rascal entry VIP pass for the disabled Kiss fan.
Oh my god, how awesome.
Dude, yeah. I'm gonna email that idea to their marketing team.
Yeah.
And, with the provision that I get like 10% cut on all sales
hell
of
yeah.
those. I'm saying right now that if there were Kiss Rascals that actually existed that you could purchase, they would sell no less than 1,000 of those.
I
Easy-
believe that.
easily.
I fucking believe that.
Easily. And
In the
how-
form of different boots.
yeah. Because there's the completist Kiss fan who's going to buy them all. Someone who's rich, because like I don't know, how much does a Rascal even cost? Like just a normal one? Are they like $5,000?
Oh, I bet. I don't know. I was thinking 32, but 5 sounds more realistic. Because I'm a cheap bitch and I would get the fucking baseline anyway.
Well,
this
yeah.
whole Kiss model's completely out of my fucking pay. What I would be willing to pay for anything.
Yeah.
You can get the Kiss model for an extra $6,000. I'm like, nope, I'll take the base.
Yeah.
Well, the fucking.
So I'm saying if a normal one costs $5,000, like a Kiss one's going to be like 11. It's 10 to 11.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, you got some prices.
Oh shit! Well, oh my god, we can definitely. There's one for 800. That's the 3-wheeler.
Oh right, okay.
But then you can get the super pimped one for fucking 3,800.
Okay, so basically, let's say
oh my god, there is one that looks like a fucking old truck. And it is $6,000. Can you?
Oh yeah. See, dude, I'm telling you, we need to trademark this episode immediately because we are on to like a fucking sick merch item for that band.
Oh my god, how fucking cool would that be?
So they're going to be. So let's say that the base model, they're probably 3,000. And then if you want the ground effects kit, it's upgrade to the ground effects kit, it's $5,000. And then if you want that like added like effects, like if you want smoke and like lights and shit, that's like an extra 1,500.
That would be badass. Then you could fucking have upgraded sound system on it.
Yeah,
You could have your fucking standard issue, but then you could have your one with like the 808 bass kit in it. So it's like, boosh,
yeah.
boosh.
Or the irony of that situation is they could even take it a step further and like have an 8-track put into it. So you could play your 70s Kiss 8-tracks, but that would be the most expensive kit, even though it's the oldest technology. Because that would be because the standard model would have just like, it would be Bluetooth enabled, so you could use your phone. But if you really want to like pimp it out, you get the like vintage 8-track put in it.
Oh my god, it'd be fucking phenomenal.
So yeah, I mean, back to the Bad Brains thing. Then it's like,
oh my god, you could have big Rasta. You could have big fucking dreads on the side of it.
Yeah. It would just be like the cart would just be like all sculpted around the outside. You'd just be riding around in the lion.
Yeah.
With like the crown on it.
Oh fuck.
That would actually be pretty
awesome.
sweet. Yeah, so everyone keep an eye out for
once again
miscellaneous
copyright.
Copyright 2022. Potty Mouth
20 Oh
yeah,
shit.
So everyone keep an eye out for random excessive Bad Brains merch, because I think we're headed that way.
Oh my god. So he was selling, they were like gift boxes, and you could purchase a gift box from HR, and it was, I don't know what the fuck came in it. In fact, I don't think they knew what was coming in it.
Yeah.
Like they had pictures of him fucking shopping at fucking Zayre's looking for shit.
Wow. Like an actual Zayre's?
No, I was waiting to see if you caught that.
I was like, wow, where is there still a Zayre's? That's amazing.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I mean, that, I don't know. That's kind of like cool and sad at the same time, because like I know he had a bunch of medical problems the last decade or so he's probably trying to pay off some medical bills. And
Oh, I'm sure.
yeah, there's no retirement plan in fucking punk rock and music in general, I don't think, unless you're like hit the big time.
Living off of the residual. I can't even say it now.
Yeah, residuals.
That's it. Yeah, like you're getting those from fucking iTunes. Here's your 33 cents for your 4 million downloads.
Yeah. I think Spotify's even worse. I forget the statistic on that, but it's brutal.
Yeah, it's horrible. Like, I totally understand if people fucking protest it, but what are you going to do?
Yeah.
I'm guessing. Is that really the push of all these fucking old bands touring now? Because
Yeah.
they're not getting fucking money from record sales or anything else. Not like they did anyway before, but
Yeah, it's funny. I mean, I know we've kind of touched on this a few different times, but it's funny, man. Like digital music and Spotify and stuff, it only really helps bands who don't make money.
yeah, because you're not used to fucking making money, so now you
Yeah.
have more people listening than you
Yeah.
ever would before.
Yeah, totally. It's like, yeah, if you're a band who's making money, has been making money for a while, and now like a revenue stream that you're just not really doing too well on. So it's like when the finances come into the accountants, they're fucking upset.
They're like, "Can we interest you in this package deal for a Rascal?" We've got the creeping death Rascal.
Yeah, yeah.
That would be fucking
Dude,
awesome.
Well, I was just trying to think of like what other bands could like have like sick like retiree rascals. There's so many. Like, dude, you could have like the
Maiden?
Motorhead.
Motorhead be perfect. Maiden,
Yeah,
they
Iron
already
Maiden.
pimped their shelves out anyway, so
Yeah.
they should be first in line.
Yeah, Iron Maiden definitely. Iron Maiden's not quite into Kiss realm of like merchandising, but they're pretty close. They're definitely up there.
The carnivals in the 80s and 90s would have failed without fucking Iron Maiden merchandise.
That's true.
They would have fucking fell flat.
Yeah. Yeah, all those fucking heavy metal Coke mirrors at the carnival run, like
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I always regret I never bought one of those when I was a kid because I always thought those mirrors were so cool, but I had no idea what they were like really supposed to be for. But I don't know. I just thought they were cool. They're worth a lot of money now too, dude. If you look those up on eBay,
Oh, yeah?
yeah, they go for. I mean, not a lot of money, but relative to like what you think they should probably go for, it's like a lot more than that.
Yeah, like the $5 you spent on fucking throwing air or darts at a fucking balloon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
God.
That's funny. So I just wanted to like touch on this really quick before we continue into more fun stuff. But the only downer thing for me to share is that our chicken passed away yesterday.
What? That is
Yeah.
not good news.
Nah, it sucks. It's crazy too, man, because we had like kind of. It's a really long story, but basically the short version is she got sick. She kind of started getting better, and then she ended up getting, I think I talked about, she got this thing called sauerkraut. It's like this thing chicken can get. And apparently it's like really, really hard to like cure a chicken of sauerkraut. Like it really never officially fully kind of goes away, but you just have to kind of control it. And I've read so many stories online of people who tried to help their chicken with sauerkraut and they failed. Like just trying different like home remedies and stuff like that. So it's crazy because I followed this one protocol that I found and she actually kind of got through that. And then she was doing like really good for like a week. We had put her back out with the other chickens like every other day and she was like getting integrated back in and cruising around and was just being like doing normal chicken stuff. And then one day, this was like 2 days ago, she just kind of in the middle of the day she just decided to sit down.
Oh,
And
game
yeah,
over.
and she started sitting. She was just sitting down like all day. So I brought her in that night, and then it was just like within a span of like 24 hours, she just went from seeming like pretty normal to just decline so rapidly. And then yesterday morning, like honestly, I kind of expected her to pass away in the middle of the night before. But then yesterday morning, I got up and checked on her because we had her in like a little dog crate in the house just so she could stay warm. And I went in to look at her and she was still breathing. And I picked her up because I was going to, we have a little dropper. I was just going to try to like give her something to drink. And I was holding her in my chair. And dude, I swear to God, like only about 2 minutes after I picked her up, she passed away in my arms when I was holding her.
That's fucking horrible. That's a horrible story.
Yeah. It was like so sad, but also Dude, I swear it's like almost like she knew like I had been taking care of her so much, and like she just like that's when she wanted to go, like when she was being held.
It's horrible. There's so many fucking mean things I could say, but I don't want to.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel for you.
No, it
Oh,
sucked,
that's
man.
fucking
Like
shit.
we had definitely, well, Trisha was like, she's always kind of been like, I'm not getting emotionally attached to these chickens. Like they're for eggs, and I'm going to treat them really well, and I'm going to take care of them. But like, I'm not like,
Oh, she is the harvester.
yeah. So, and I'm like the more empathetic person, I guess, in the relationship. And like, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to get attached to the chickens either. And then like 3 days after we have them, I'm like, oh, I fucking love these chickens. And,
And
like
you're out fucking playing fucking guitar for them in the fucking yard.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, my mind thinking that I was not going to get attached was like just pointless, because like I know me, and I'm like, of course I'm gonna like fall in love with these chickens like 3 days after we get them. And then of course the one that got sick is the one that I had sort of gotten attached to, as she was kind of my favorite. So anyway, it definitely sucked, and I was pretty upset yesterday about it, and it was crazy because we had done so much to kind of like nurse her back to health, and then just like that, it just bam, it was over. So yeah,
Fucking dreadful.
definitely.
Yeah, that was a
sucked.
horrible story. I'm glad you fucking added that in.
Well, I know we like there was some couple people that had hit me up on the side that were just like, keep us posted on your chicken and stuff. So yeah, rest in peace, Sweet Pea.
That's so fucking bad.
Yeah,
I can't.
She was really cute. She was really pretty. She had really cool feathers. Actually snipped off a couple of her feathers to keep.
That's kind of evil.
I've done that with other chickens in the past. We always like save a couple of their feathers.
Oh, that sounds fucking horrible.
What do you mean?
I don't know. What do you do with them?
Oh, we just have them in like a little like.
You
Kinda
keep
like
them there
a-
with your toenails?
No, like a little memento book kind of thing.
I don't know. I don't know how to take that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like, I guess like a suit. I don't know, like a suit. I guess it's like maybe just like a less drastic version of people who taxidermy animals they love, I guess. I don't know.
Well, just thinking we had to get a water line replaced. I wonder if they had our chicken when they were replacing it, because I think we buried one so the dog wouldn't get to it out beside the front of the house, but we just had to get the fucking line in from the road to the house replaced.
Yeah.
And I wonder if they dug her up. I didn't even think about that. Hey, watch out for that chicken.
Well, I had to actually kind of take into account, you know, I had to like strategically figure out where to bury her in the yard because of that exact thing. I was like, had to make sure, because there's some electrical lines that run under the ground through our side yard. Just like stuff that comes off the main line that goes to like lights in the yard and stuff like that. And then we have irrigation pipes. So I just had to make sure I was like digging in a spot that if repairs ever need to be done,
Do you have to call Miss Liberty or whatever the fuck her name is? Miss Utility.
Miss
That's what
Utility,
it-
yeah. Before you dig, call Miss Utility.
Oh, shit. They're
So-
out spray painting the yard for you.
Yeah. That's so funny. Yeah, don't dig up my beloved chicken. That would make me sad. That's funny that you bring up the Miss Utility, because as a little kid, you know, a lot of the like the tractors and like backhoes and shit at the farm and stuff, and they all had those stickers on there, you know, that like came from the factory. You know, like if you buy like
Before you. Yeah.
like if you buy a backhoe or like whatever, like before you dig, call Miss Utility. And I remember as a little kid always reading those stickers and I didn't really know what it meant. Like I didn't know like before you dig, like what is this? Like I don't even get this. So as a little kid, I was always saying that when I got older, I was going to call that number to see what would happen.
Just to find out what's there.
Yeah. What is Miss Utility? Like,
Yeah,
who
I
are
don't
you?
even think they waited.
Oh,
Like
no.
it. Oh, no, I don't think they did. I think they looked at it and was like, he's like, I'm going to call Miss Utility and line all this shit up. And he's like, okay, we'll be there tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Like, what? I was like, you forgot Miss Utility. I know there wasn't anything there. The only thing they're going to hit is the thing they're supposed to replace anyway. So what the fuck? Oh my God, they did. They hit something or they fucked something up because I went. I don't even know why I left the house, but I came back while they were working on it, and there's fucking water running down the street.
Oh Jesus!
From our house. I'm like, oh. And then I could see like the fucking town had showed up to shut off the water main. So they fucking hit something they weren't supposed to.
Damn.
That's all right. It didn't cost me any more, so I'm all right with it.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not responsible for what happens on the other side of that fucking valve. That's them.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's not on you. Do you guys, this is kind of random, but just thinking about a water main bursting in your little town, that would be like headline news. Do you guys have a newspaper?
No, I don't think so.
No.
I think there's one for the county. I think.
Okay.
But that takes care of all like the little town shit. But yeah, we don't. God, maybe back in the day when this place was booming, maybe.
Yeah, right.
But not anymore.
That would be something cool to look for, is to see if you could find like an old newspaper from your town, like when it did have a newspaper. Like
Yeah, that'd actually be kind of cool.
Like some 1930s newspaper or something.
There's that whole book about the area. I think that girl told you about it. I bought one. I have it.
Oh, cool.
It's kind of cool. Like it breaks down because we were whatever the only black, what was it, black marble or something?
Yeah.
Quarry in the U.S., which is slate.
Yeah.
But, or blue. I think it's considered blue marble.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
That's cool. I don't know if I ever told you this or not, but, well, you probably, I mean, obviously you knew this happened, but I don't know if you actually remember when it happened, but when my grandparents' house burnt down.
I remember it. I don't remember it to a T. Like, I can't remember when it happened, but I do remember it happening.
Yeah. Well, so, you know, like the half the house burnt down, and the fire department was able to like put the fire out and save the other half. So they lived in half the house for years while their new house was being built. And, anyway, when they finally got to the point of having to tear down the remaining part of the house to make room for the rest of the new house, they had tore all the like plaster, shit off the walls, and behind the plaster was just rows and rows in every room of fucking old newspapers.
Nice. I found shit up in the attic, like that. I don't know. I know they weren't using it as insulation, but it's like from the 50s, but nothing.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's what they were doing. Like they had it in the walls as insulation, and I still have them somewhere, but I took a bunch of sheets of it out and saved it, just because I was like, this will be cool, just to have say I saved something, from the original farmhouse. Yeah, that's actually cool. And I'm pretty sure the papers were from the late 30s and early 40s.
Damn.
But I remember the one has a bunch of advertisements on it for like just crazy like codeine syrups and like that kind of like basically like a bunch of illegal drugs that weren't illegal back then. Like magic tonics and stuff.
So Mitch O'Connell, right? Mitch O'Connell. We did skateboards for him for Conformist. The tiki decks were him. So on Instagram, he does a lot of fucking flea market shopping. And every weekend he posts up his favorite swinger ads from like old books and shit he finds. Cool. Oh my God. Fucking Amanda was reading them today. They were awesome. We found the guy with the lowest set of nipples ever. Looked like they were just above his belly button.
Shut up.
Fuck, I'll send it to you. It's a fucking beaut. She's a beaut, Clark.
Wow.
But they're all like swinger ads. It's funny as shit. Like just like old ones, like out of, I guess, just back of magazines and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh
cool.
My God.
I know like Tesco V posts stuff like that sometimes. Like I think he collects all those like old like 50s like kind of smut books and shit.
Yeah, yeah, he does the same thing. Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, that stuff's cool. It's pretty crazy to think about, like, just how we're living in an era of just such advancement in like mindsets and like ways of thinking, and just how quickly sexuality has evolved, and just openness of things, and like how closed-minded and closeted like shit that's just like normal to like talk about at dinner conversations now is shit you would have like hid in the like 40s and 50s. It's like, it's kind of crazy, like just someone who might have had some weird kink. It's not even a weird kink now, but back then was like you could never fucking talk to someone about like having like a foot fetish, and you had to buy these like secret books to like see pictures of feet and stuff.
Oh my God, what commercial? We were watching a fucking commercial, and fucking Sarah Silverman, it was for something else.
I saw it.
But she drops a slide about her foot fetish line or whatever. And it was so fucking funny and out of left field. And I guess to that point, it's like just how open people are about weird shit. Even though I doubt she has a foot fetish line. It was just fucking so funny and out of fucking left field to be hit with that. Because it wasn't to do with anything like that.
No, yeah, right. Yeah, I forget. I totally saw that. Yeah, because she was like, if I can't keep making money I'll have to go back to selling photos of my feet. And she was like, why would I do that? But check out bigsexytoes.net or whatever it was.
Yes, it was so fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, so welcome to episode 33.
Yeah, 33.
We started without y'all. I started off on my fucking coffee cups, and then we just started going.
No, that's great.
It was fucking evil.
Well,
I was telling it to the audience, not you.
Oh yeah.
You were there. You kind of lived it with me.
I did live it. I want to go back to the creeping death rascal for a second though. Because that's like a perfect tie-in for. I wanted to ask you if you've heard the new Metallica song.
No.
Oh, you have not. Okay. Well, this won't be very fun to talk about them, but so there's a new Metallica song out, and it's funny. I feel like I can't think of a Metallica song. Well, Metallica for the last 20 years has had the ability to make me simultaneously be stoked and cringe at the same time. I can't think of any other band who's had the ability to like make me have such a love-hate relationship.
Nice.
But overall, I think the new song is pretty good. It kind of has like a vibe of like Kill 'Em All era sort of riffs. And it's overall, it's a decent song. I think it's like pretty good. If like this is the direction the new record's going in, then that's pretty cool.
Well, if we were on fucking, what was that one podcast platform, we could just play the bitch now and we wouldn't get in trouble.
That's true.
But no, fuck them.
Well, do you want to potty break, listen to the song, and then we'll come back and talk about it?
Yes.
Let's do that. So we'll see
All
you
right.
guys in a few minutes after we listen to the song so we
All
don't
right.
get hit with copyright.
Yeah, fuck you, Lars.
All right, so we're back from listening to the song, and I fucking wish that we didn't have to cut us listening to the song because I'm fucking dying because I think my pros and cons list may change based on. I think Curtis has me convinced now that I was giving it way too many props based on. And he didn't even say anything. It's just the looks on his face as we're listening. So yeah. So like I said, I think.
How many times
this-
have you listened to the song? How many times have you listened to it?
So that's probably like the third song or third time.
Third time.
I like I said, I don't think it's a bad song. I think it's okay. But I feel like I have way more things to nitpick about it than to say good about it. But I want you to go first because I've had like a week to think about my thoughts on this.
Okay. Rarely do I say this. Thank God for the guitar solos because it fucking actually added some variety into the song.
Okay.
It used to drive me crazy when bands had 40,000 different parts to one song.
Uh-huh.
But they needed it in this song because they found one good riff and they rode that bitch till she fell over. Then she set it back up and they rode her a little bit longer. She's lucky to still be walking. It is like, and the fact, and you can see it in my face when they came back to it in the last fucking 10 minutes or 10 seconds of the song was fucking, it was like, I got this awesome riff, let's go! And they fucking just kept playing it. And it just kept going. And then they, oh my God. Poor riff, poor little riff. She got ridden hard. It was that. Well, that's my first thing. And you know what? Initially, I wasn't upset with it. I had a question mark about the vocals because I don't know what he was doing. I guess I haven't listened to a lot of Metallica since.
Yeah.
Whatever, that one fucking documentary was probably the last time I listened.
Some kind of monster,
which was an awesome documentary. Loved it. But then again, I like the Iron Maiden documentary and don't like Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
So shit happens. But I mean, there were parts I thought were kind of cool.
Yeah.
But like I said, it was like,
yeah,
I got it.
They fucking burnt that riff into the ground.
They burn it, and it wasn't like a good hook. Like, it wasn't like, I think they overused it to the point where if it was supposed to be the hook, it just, they snapped the hook in half.
Yeah.
And now you're like, what the heck happened?
Yeah, like if that riff would have been sort of like a bridge part and only like 30 seconds of the song, it's like, then it would have been a hook, but it's like
So how did you feel? Because now that you said that, is it just the placement of it? Like if it would have just been in the chorus? Because like I think the chorus or the bridge, they were like kind of, the one was kind of, I hate the word punky, but it was kind of like nice, just kind of simple.
Yeah.
And it was like, maybe it was just, they could have replaced some of the parts. Because they wrote that one line. It was painful. And like I said, thank God, because I don't know what the fuck James was singing. So I was happy to hear the fucking guitar solos.
Yeah, I kind of did agree a little bit. The first time I heard it, it kind of gave off some like almost like punk vibes a little bit. But like almost, it kind of has like a Motorhead-ish punk sort of vibe to it. I think for me, maybe why I think the song is like decent enough is that they've put out so much mediocre shit for like 20 years that anytime something comes along that remotely sounds anything like their old stuff, it makes it like exciting because you don't really expect them to kind of play shit like that anymore. But
I am in with that. I'm totally in. Like, I'm hoping that once again, this goes back to my, do bands really do fucking full great albums anymore? Or is this one in the next 3 songs they release going to be the fucking meat and bones of the album? The rest of it's just going to be filler trash.
Yeah, totally. Because even like the last record, I actually thought that record overall was like pretty decent. It was what the fuck was that? Oh, Hardwired to Self-Destruct, I think it was called. But I actually liked a good bit of songs off of that, but I don't know, it was just kind of lacking a little bit in a lot of ways. So yeah, I don't know. The thing about this new song though, which really struck me odd, was the recording and the production of it, which you kind of started to mention. I told you to hold off on that till we were talking, but I don't know, it's weird. It's like they've had so many like ups and downs of having like really, really, really fucking amazing recordings, and then having these like shit recordings, and then having like mediocre recordings, adequate recordings. And like this one, it's actually like produced really well. Like it actually sounds really clear, and like it is pretty like heavy sounding, but it almost sounds like if like a band like Dave Matthews wanted to try to make a metal song, and that's how that song would be recorded.
Oh my god, I might have to listen to it again just to.
It's weird. It's like this odd like pop sensibility recording or something.
Would you say there's a thinness to it?
I don't even know if it's thin. It's just it's very sheeny and bright. I don't know. It's like it almost is like they went and recorded with someone who recorded like Blink 182, and
Okay,
like,
so
I
this
don't know,
guy
it's
is
weird.
accredited. Greg Feldman. He has collaborated with Rick Rubin. He's worked with many bands in various genres. So the genres don't really go crazy here because it's Metallica, Slayer, High on Fire, Black Sabbath, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Bush.
Yeah, he's that
Auto
same
Slave.
dude. Then he's the guy who like recorded their one
Marilyn
record
Manson,
that was like
Slipknot's-
horrible.
Yeah, I don't. It sounded thin, but I think the way you described it is my way of describing thin too. But then I wonder, is it the fucking just me listening to it on the phone?
No, because I listened to it. Well, I listened to it on the TV. I listened to it through the computer speakers, which are pretty good. And then just now. But yeah, I don't know. I just think that they're a band, and this is like maybe a good. I mean, we kind of maybe touched on this a little bit before, I think, but just, I don't know, man. I think there's some band, like they're a band that they're just such at a level where so many of their decisions are being like force fed to them by management and stuff, where, you know, okay, so this song's got to get radio play, and this song has to be available across all these social media platforms and stuff like that. So it has to have a recording that will fit in with like how people want to hear music now. Like it's got to be in that sonic spectrum of what's going to sound comfortable to a wide spectrum of listeners. So we need you to record it like this. And like so that's what they achieved. And I think for that reason, they did a really good recording, but it just lacks the energy of what a band like Metallica should sound like, which you can only really capture it if you're recording analog or doing a mimic analog recording with digital gear. But they're never going to do a recording like that ever again, because there's too many people with hands in the cookie jar that steer the ship, that it has to sound a certain way to like meet the benchmarks of the success that's laid out for it.
And I think we had talked about this just because me getting frustrated trying to even mix and like remix old stuff we did is trying to get it right through everything.
Yeah.
There's so many limitations, and it's just shit you never think about. And I think we talked about it even for your last record, that you had the guy who actually works in the studio worry about that shit, and you did not worry about mastering it that way.
Yeah.
Because it takes a lot of effort, but now there's so many variables, like you just mentioned. It's like bandwidth and just sound, and and everybody takes shit at different sound qualities. So it's just, I feel for them.
Yeah.
But I understand they're at that level where they have to worry about it. I don't know.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
I guess it's just as a lifelong Metallica fan, I guess it's just sort of disappointing to know. I mean, I've accepted it. It's fine. It's like it just is what it is. But I don't know. It's a little bit of a bummer to know that you're never going to get a Metallica record ever again that sounds like as good as the Black Album. Like that's never going to happen. Like recording wise, like sonically wise, that's probably like the best recording they ever had. Is, I mean, I know like the album Load isn't like a favorite of a lot of people, but the Black Album and Load are the two best recorded Metallica records. And there's just, they'll never have a recording like those records ever again. I think it's twofold. It's everything that I just said about like sonically being prepared for multiple platforms. But then I also think that Pro Tools, in my opinion, has made Metallica lazy as fuck when it comes to songwriting. Because I mean, it's proof in any documentary you watch of them over the last 20 years. It's like they go in the studio, they record a bunch of riffs, and they literally like cut and paste that shit together and like scaffold their songs together on the spot instead of like jamming and writing in a jam room.
So do you remember, and I think it was the Black Album, and I don't know who produced it, but that they had an interview with the guy.
That's Bob Rock.
And they had sat down, and that was like the first time where they started taking Metallica songs, and instead of doing their 10, 11 different parts, they focused on one or two riffs per song.
Yeah.
And it kind of started that path. And that to me, because I wasn't a big Justice for All fan, but to me that was like the line. Like to me, Black Album's bleh.
Yeah.
Like that shit afterwards, I don't give a fuck about.
I hated the Black Album when it first came out. I was like not a fan of that at all.
I think it was supposed to be called Smell the Glove.
Are you serious?
No, that's a Spinal Tap reference.
Oh, gotcha. I haven't seen that in a while. That's funny.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but I definitely was not a fan of that record when it came out. And I may have liked like Enter Sandman. I think maybe I thought was an okay song, but I was like, this is the only song that I can dig on. And I think even back then I acknowledged that I realized it was like a really big step forward for them songwriting and like recording wise, but I don't know, that record just never clicked for me. However, I like it way more now, and I despised that Load record when it came out. Like I was like, okay, the Black Album was a fluke, and maybe this next one will be like a little bit more return to glory a little bit. And when the Load record came out, I fucking hated that record so much. And I probably talked shit on that record for a decade. And then, I don't know, man, I eventually had sort of a change of heart on that record. And I mean, the first four Metallica records will always be the best ones. Like, there's no doubt about that. Like that, I'll argue that with anybody forever. But I do think that Load ranks up with some of the best Metallica material. It doesn't sound like thrash Metallica, but if you just remove the element of them needing to sound like a thrash band and just appreciate it for it just being like a good album, like the recording on that record is fucking really, really good, and it's so heavy. Like if you own that record and you have a really good stereo, I think that's like the best recorded Metallica record is Load. It's just it's just really fucking heavy, and I'll even go as far as to say that I like Load better than the Black Album.
I believe you, but I don't know the fucking Load album if I had to listen to it. Like, I'm going to actually have to listen to this shit now.
Yeah.
Thanks for fucking ruining my weekend.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, go into it just knowing it's Metallica, but don't think like you want to hear like Trapped Under Ice or like Master of Puppets. Like you want like just it's its own thing. And when you can think of it in those terms, I think it's a fucking awesome record.
Wes at Sasquatch Chronicles, I'm going to have to stop listening through my 450 episodes and give this shit a try. So if your ratings go down, blame that dickhead over there. I'll be listening to Metallica.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you might you may not like it, and that's fine. But like I said, I hated that shit for years.
Oh, all right. Hands up. You think I'm going to fucking fall in love with it?
Yeah,
exactly.
I don't think you're gonna fall in love with it, but I think there may be some shit on there you'll be into possibly. But I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
Okay, so I have something I want to show you. It's pretty exciting.
Okay.
Do
I pee first? Or am I going to piss myself and then?
I mean, I guess if you have to take a potty break, then go take a potty break.
It's time for an official Potty Mouth Podcast potty break.
All right, are you ready? Crimson Ghost Rascal.
That would be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Fucking goes like, be like Rascal Wars in the fucking Walmart aisles. Like Misfits guy against the fucking Gene Simmons guy. They like fucking ram each other.
How awesome would that be?
All right.
All right, so you got something awesome.
I do. So
Potty mouth record underwear.
No. Oh, I wish.
Fuck.
Hopefully we can get that. Well, yeah, we should. Well, that's actually funny. So let's bring it completely back to the beginning really fast.
I hate coffee cops.
No, if
not
that beginning, but if we were going to do a jigsaw puzzle, what artwork would we put on a jigsaw puzzle?
Oh.
Out of all the available artwork we have between all of our bands collectively.
My God.
Like, what puzzle would be the most hilarious to put together?
The fucking Tons of Fun.
Yeah, that's definitely like a top contender.
Oh my God, that'd be. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do that.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely thought of Tons of Fun. I don't know. Maybe. That's a tough one. Actually, like the one Craven Moorhead's cover could be cool because it's got a lot of colors in it. Like the one that's not the shield design, but like the one with the silhouettes of the superheroes.
Oh yeah.
That'd be funny. Be cool. Just because of like sometimes puzzles that just are more of a two-tone with a few flecks of colors, they're like a little bit more difficult.
It's not supposed to be a fucking cakewalk.
Yeah, no, I'm saying though, but that would make that one challenging, which would be a good thing. But yeah, Tons of Fun. That'd be so fucking nasty.
Yeah, there'd be a point where I'd have to quit. Maybe just a Sheets girl.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah,
Sheets girl.
Some of the cartoon characters. That'd be good. Oh, like, dude, would that be the Bomb Threat Rascal? It would just be like a fucking Sheets girl, or like the Tons of Fun lady. Like, is just a giant like mannequin style lady on the front of the Rascal.
That would be so fucking horrible. I love it. Love it. I don't know if I'd be taking that bitch out in public anywhere, but
yeah, dude, that's ridiculous.
Oh my God.
All right, but anyway.
Okay.
I'm pretty excited to share this with you, but I'm also sort of sad about it because I'm probably not going to be able to get it, but I found a fucking guitar that I like want really bad.
Okay.
So I was going to debut it for you so you could check it out.
All right. All right. I'm drum rolling. Oh my God. Is that a Fender?
It is. So it's a Strat, which I've already pretty much mentioned many times before. This is like my new favorite guitar that I've been playing for a couple years now. So I was looking at a bunch of Ibanez shit, but I was still looking at Strats just to see if like something cool would come up that like stuck out to me. And dude, when I saw this one, I was like, I am in love with this fucking guitar. And before you comment, this guitar is the exact same colorway as my bass. It's got the rosewood neck. It's the same color body, same pick guard, but I already know what you're stoked about.
Yes, because I just noticed it.
Yeah.
So all the bad things I was going to say and all my anti-Fender stuff is going away because it is the magical one pickup, one fucking knob. It's either go or not.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. I didn't
Yeah.
even know Fender was able to make cool shit like that.
So this is the thing that I haven't officially determined yet because I was actually going to reach out to the seller. This is on eBay, but I'm not 100% sure if because this is a 2022 guitar. So this is brand new and it is a made in Mexico model. So it's actually not the same year because my current Strat is a 97 and it's a made in Mexico, but it's the 40th anniversary Strat from that year. I believe it's a 97. But that actual year, a lot of the made in Mexico guitars actually have a lot of made in USA parts on it though. So even though it's stamped as made in Mexico, it's actually
Right.
more of a USA made Strat. So this one is like a full made in Mexico Strat. It's a 2022. But what I don't know is if the pick guard and the single humbucker and one knob was done by the person who owns it, or if it came from the factory like this. But it's a Seymour Duncan humbucker.
Nice.
But dude, like how fucking sick is this guitar, man?
All right. And like I said, is I will take back all my hatred. I actually follow was it a single pickup fucking
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Uh-huh.
on Instagram
Yeah.
because I have no guitar talent, so those are perfect. Yeah, that's pretty badass. I've never seen one like it.
I don't know, man, but dude, I tell you what, I love. There's a part of me that loves that it basically is the 6-string version of my bass, but there's also a part of me that if I'm gonna buy something new, I'd rather it be a different color, so it's something fun, like just something different. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. I kind of am in love with this guitar actually.
No, it's pretty badass.
So,
I like it. I am all.
you want to guess the price?
It's more than I would pay for pretty much anything. $8.99,
Nope.
high or low.
I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I just said $8.99.
I know, but what do you think? It looks like it's more than that or less than that?
I would hope it's less than that because I'm a cheap bitch and it's attractive to me. So $4.99.
That's
$4.99?
That's exactly what it is. It's $4.99.
Because if it was $4.99 and I wasn't a broke ass whore, no, I still wouldn't buy it because it's a Fender. But
Well, no, but that's fair enough though, because I mean, you just don't like Fenders, but I love Fenders.
I don't. Yeah, I don't like Fenders.
In the pantheon of Fenders that exist, this is one of the coolest ones I've ever seen.
That one's badass. I think I played like Brian's one. It was like Gabe's a couple times when I guess I broke a string or something,
Yeah.
and I couldn't get into it. I didn't like the neck was fine. I didn't like the way it sounded. I didn't like the way it played. It just wasn't for me.
Yeah. Was it a single coil Strat?
I don't remember. Eberhard, you can answer that yourself. I have no fucking clue.
But yeah, man, I don't know. I feel like there's a part of me that knows I'm gonna buy this, but I haven't got to that point yet mentally to pull the trigger. And there's like 30 people watching this too.
Oh, that shit irritates me.
So that like kind of scares me. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
That is pretty fucking cool.
I will say this, that even if for some reason I don't end up getting that one, I know that there's a Strat that exists that's exactly what I'm looking for. So if I can't get this one, that's going to be the exact model I'm going to be looking for. Like
That one's
forward.
cool. I'll give it to you. Like, because I know exactly what I'm looking for now. And if I ever play guitar and wanted another guitar, I know where I'm at now.
Yeah. I started, I think you actually talked about this Instagram either on air or off air, but I started following it, but it's that solid state monsters. Do you follow that?
No. Oh, no. I'm going to have
Oh,
to look that one up.
Yeah, I thought maybe you mentioned that before, but yeah, I found that recently. It's yeah, it's just an Instagram. It's just all solid state amps. It just posting a bunch of cool stuff, but they definitely there's a cool picture on there of someone has an Ampeg SS 150 and an Ampeg VH 140C in their shot.
Oh, how awesome is that?
Yeah, I was like, cool. But you can actually submit photos to them and they'll post them. So I was actually thinking about maybe doing some shots and submitting some of my stuff to see if they could post it up. Because I have way more solid state gear than I have tube gear. I only have one tube amp and I have like 10 different like solid state amps.
Because they're magical? Like unicorns?
They are, definitely. So I've been on a Youth of Today and Shelter kick the last week, oddly enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is bizarre. Why?
I think just because I watched that video
Uh-huh.
last week that we talked about. And yeah, I don't know, it just kind of like got me hyped on revisiting some Youth of Today. I always liked them a lot back in the day, but I don't know. They're kind of like a band that I just wore out and just haven't listened to in a long time. And it was cool to revisit a lot of their stuff. Definitely got me kind of fired up. I actually spent an afternoon trying to see if I could find a Youth of Today hoodie.
So, my question to you is, what is the better? Is it the We're Not In This Alone? Or is it Break Down the Walls?
That's tough. I feel like they're a band to me that every record has songs that are my favorites, so I can't really say that one is better than another. I guess there isn't one record that has enough songs for me to call it the one I like the most. Like
Okay.
maybe Break Down the Walls is maybe my go-to. But there's other records that have songs that I like better. Like as
Yeah,
a
like
single.
that last fucking 45 is really fucking good. It has like Disengage and
Yeah.
Modern Love Stories. Like that was really badass. And the first version of We're Not In This Alone or whatever. Not that fucking shat ass remix.
I haven't heard
That
that.
fucking revelation. No, we talked about it. I know Gene and you had to be in part of the conference, but they flipped mixes like during the pressing and never said anything about it.
Oh.
And it just like to me, like I heard somebody play it, I'm like, what the fuck is that? Because
Yeah.
that's not what I have, and it doesn't sound half as good as what I have.
Gotcha. Oh shit. Well, so when I was looking for a Youth of Today hoodie, because I was like, it's starting to get hoodie weather, and it's like kind of stoked on them right now. I'll rock a Youth of Today hoodie. Like, why the fuck not? I was looking on eBay, and I'm typing this in to bring this up right now because it's too fucking awesome. I almost bought this instead of the Youth of Today shirt or hoodie. But actually, I didn't even find any cool Youth of Today hoodies. I was just trying to find.
Why
Like
wouldn't you just go to Rev HQ?
Yeah, well, I haven't. I was just seeing what was on eBay.
Oh, because you wanted to spend a lot of fucking money.
No, I was just maybe even seeing if I could find just like a cheap bootleg or something, honestly. But yeah, all this stuff on eBay is just like expensive, like high end vintage shit. So I hadn't made it to Revelation yet to check it out. But when I was looking up shit on eBay, this shirt came up as a relate, like if you like Uniform Choice, check this shirt out.
Oh, you already gave away what it was.
And I saw this and was like, this is the fucking coolest shirt ever. and I think I'm maybe gonna buy this.
Here comes people. Oh my god, that is fucking funny.
So for the listeners, it's a uniform choice shirt, like the classic logo shirt, which actually I think you had,
I think that was on the back.
Yeah, the skinhead singer guy on the front with the hand X'd up, and it says uniform choice, but it is actually in the uniform choice font, it says Dwight Schrute, like from The Office, and it's Dwight Schrute's face with like X'd up, and it says on his other hand, it says PA Scranton.
Yeah, that's kind of fucking awesome.
Yeah, so I was like, damn, that shirt's pretty fucking amazing. If you're an Office fan and into hardcore, like this shirt is like the best mashup ever.
Oh my god. My Use Your Head shirt. I think fucking Phil eBayed that shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn, wonder what he got for it.
I think he did quite well.
Yeah.
So I want to drop this on you because I was watching videos today or yesterday or last night. Who the fuck knows? So what are your thoughts on the mega ramp shit in skateboarding? So my approach is not... Okay, so A, it's badass. They do some crazy fucking shit. But does that mega ramp aspect make it kind of a fucking elitist sport that now not everybody can do that made skateboarding so fucking awesome? Because, you know, it was just you skateboard and skate anything you could fucking find.
Yeah.
But now, like, there's this fucking... And do you have to compete in those ramp competitions? No, you do not.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's just like this whole, like, I'm awesome and let me show how much more awesome I can be. Like, I'm going next level to a place you could never go. Unless you... I don't even know. How the fuck do you know somebody with a fucking mega ramp? I don't.
Well, not personally, but I know where, like, probably a lot of the footage that you see of, well, the Elliot Sloan guy who has a mega ramp, he's the one who's got that sort of like seesaw thing in his backyard where you hit the mega ramp and you like around and come down that other side. Have you seen that?
I don't know if I've seen
It's
that.
almost
or not.
like a kind of like a obstacle course kind of thing. Like you roll in, do a big jump, hit the giant quarter pipe, and then you come back through like almost like a fun box section.
Oh, that's awesome.
So that dude, he's actually neighbors with a friend of mine. He lives up in Vista, which is about half hour from me north. So I've never been in his yard, but I've seen the ramps from the neighbor's house. But like Bob Burnquist's place where his thing is, like I know kind of where he lives, but I've never been there to see it or anything.
If I have a toddler and he's like, Dad, I want to skate, and I'm like, all right, here's your board. He's, yeah, but where's my mega ramp?
Yeah.
I'm like, well, you got to learn to skate first. So it was just, it's one of those, it's like I really, like, it's cool. And I don't even know what the fuck he did. Some crazy fucking heel flip 360 over top of one of the gaps. And it's like super badass. But I was thinking about that. I was like, that's cool. But the accessibility to everybody.
Yeah.
You know, I was kind of like always to dig on like what? Like skiing and shit. Because if you're in the city, you don't get that. Fucking hockey. Not that they're elitist, but it's like, you know, to go ski, you have to pay fucking money.
Yeah.
It's not like you can fucking roll up and, hey, I'm going down the hill. Well, I guess you could.
Well, I think like, yeah, the entry path to skateboarding when we were coming up was way more accessible than maybe what it is now to like a young kid watching it for the first time. Like if like mega ramp skating is the first thing you see and that's what gets you hyped to want to skate, unless you have access to a mega ramp, you're probably maybe not going to stick with skateboarding because you're going to find out how hard it is to even stand on a skateboard. And then like the thoughts of doing a mega ramp just seems so inaccessible once you realize how hard it is to just even ride a skateboard. So I think in that aspect, maybe that's actually pretty cool. I never really even thought about this before. Like maybe seeing something like mega ramp skating hurts the sport a little bit to like getting kids involved, because our entryway was like, you know, like for me, like seeing Animal Chin for the first time, like I knew that I wasn't going to do giant airs like them, but it's like, oh, like this looks like a ramp that I've seen built in my area. That's like, it's like, I've seen those ramps. Like maybe I could eventually ride that, or seeing like Wheels of Fire video, like seeing like Nodis cruising down the street. It's like, oh, it's like, if you like figure out how to ride a skateboard, like it's conceivable to like jump out of a curb cut.
Yes, that I think that's more to my point, is like, is there and I know it's sexy and it looks fucking awesome, but it's like, are you kind of not cutting yourself away from people, but limiting the accessibility of it, or not limiting, but putting this vision of something that, you know, I'm fucking 50. I've never seen a mega ramp. Where the fuck would I go see a mega ramp at?
Yeah, dude. And let me tell you, they are so big, dude. Like, I mean, obviously I know you know this.
Oh, I get tinglies when they stand at the top of them.
When you see, and like I said, I've never actually been like in the yard of one, but the one at my friend's house, the guy who lives next door, you can see that shit. I mean, I shouldn't even say next door. He lives like maybe like a half block away, but you can see the tall quarter pipe in his yard from like a half block away. And dude, it's so big. Like it's crazy. Like think of the biggest vert ramp you've ever fucking seen in your life, and like pretty much almost triple that.
It was so unbelievable. I mean, it's crazy.
And they go like 20 feet out on those things. It's like those dudes are like 60 feet in the air sometimes, like from the ground. It's fucking crazy, dude. Like, yeah, it's insane. But yeah, I think you're right. I think there's maybe a little bit of, it could scare some kids off who maybe want to get involved in skating. But then I also think too that I think there's a lot of, skateboarding typically draws unique personalities to it anyway. I think like people who maybe just don't align with sort of more traditional sports. Like and I think you're either going to have people who are maybe like us, who are maybe like the little bit more like musical, artistic influence side of getting into skateboarding, versus people who are like the daredevil mindset kids who like just maybe don't align with like motorcycles or something like that, and they see skateboarding as like, this is fucking crazy. Like I'm like the type of kid that likes to jump off shit, and I want to fucking fly in the air because I'm a daredevil kid. And like maybe the aspect of getting over the hump of just learning how to ride the skateboard is just a necessary evil to get to the point where they can go full daredevil. So I think it's like kind of like different personalities that, you know, maybe there's a kid who's just like single-minded focused on, I want a fucking 10-foot air out of a mega ramp, and I'm going to do everything it takes to fucking get to that point.
I guess the contrast is I saw that and I was like, ooh, that's super badass. And then Thrasher posted this clip of this dude ollieing over a fucking subway line. Like the divot, like where they cut out. I don't know. I've never been on a fucking subway. I don't know what the fuck it's called. But where the rails are, so they have the decks up high, and they like fucking went and they put laid down the like shit that you put on the car to do the auto body work, the putty, the quick hardening shit, so they could go over the like slip tracks. So they got rid of that so he could skate up, and he was fucking, I don't know. I am so old and don't understand half the fucking tricks I see. But he was doing some crazy ass kickflip fucking
Like over the subway gap, basically.
over the subway gap. Yeah, and it was fucking. They did it. It was Total Gorilla style. Like the you can see the security guard roll up. He's like, dude, like he's just like they're like just holding him off long enough for this guy to hit this fucking trick, and they're gone. And it was like that. That to me was like, yes, that's skateboarding. Big fucking airs are cool, but and I'm a ramp first skater, but it was like one of these felt real, one of these felt like
Yeah.
I was a fucking on vacation somewhere, and this was fucking something extravagant that I, would never be around to do. But like the fucking subway one was like, yeah, I could totally see me doing that as a kid, or us trying to do something stupid like that as a kid.
Yeah. I mean, I totally get what you're saying. I struggle with this and go back and forth with this all the time of basically like like being okay with and accepting like the new jock side of skateboarding, but like also simultaneously kind of being bummed on it, where like, I guess it's just like skateboarding will always be the artistic expression on your board and just like doing things that are actually like you're capable of doing. And it's like, like skating a ramp and doing like 5 rock and rolls in a row. Like that's fun to me. Whereas,
Yeah, fuck yeah.
like the street league and like mega ramp shit, like I respect all that stuff, but that's just all like, that's all just like jock skating to me. Like it's just, it's not the essence of what skateboarding is to me personally. I respect it, but it's like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with that one. I totally agree. And I know, like, it's a way to monetize it and put a product so that you can expand the exposure of skateboarding like Street League, where you can expand and you can get it out in front of more people to see and experience. Like, I get it. But once again, it's, well, and then the evil thing was the monetization of it. It's like all of a sudden, it's like, how do we put a product that we can sell to TV that we can?
Yeah.
We're getting all the kids into it, but we're going to make a couple dollars off of it as well.
Totally. Well, I mean, this could also bring up too, like another aspect of, I guess, things that do kind of bug me about skating now is I just don't like how what I'm calling the jock side of skateboarding it's become so robotic, where everyone has their run perfected and like hardly ever bail on their run. They have like their 6 like giant banger tricks that they're doing in their run and their 3 or 4 like smaller tricks, but it's like the same run every time. It's like flawless except for like the rare time that they fall. And I don't know, it's just that aspect of turning skateboarding into this methodical robotic machine like action that like I can't relate to that at all, because it's like, to me, what always made skateboarding exciting and fun is when you're trying to learn a trick and then you finally land it, but maybe you didn't, even though you landed it, you might not have truly figured out how it works yet. So I have tricks that I can do, but I've never perfected to the point where I can do them like every time. And
right.
Like, to me, that's what was always fun about skateboarding. I know for like some people, that's what was frustrating about it. But to me, I always kind of like the aspect of landing something and then just maybe like moving on from it and like not even like trying it again. And just maybe landing something really sketchy and then maybe landing it really good a few weeks later, but then like landing it sketchy again. I don't know, just like the aspect of getting something so practiced that you can do it every time. That just doesn't even sound fun to me.
It sounds like work.
Yeah.
And maybe that's it, where it becomes more of that process of trying to do it over and over. Because I think if you take out the sketchiness out of shit, then it takes away some of the, to me, some of the, what do you want to say? fuck, I'm trying to think of the right word. Kind of the energy from it, because you're just going through the motions instead of fucking, like, it's kind of what you were saying. It's like there's an energy that comes through it. If I don't, my rock and roll doesn't hit every fucking time unless it's a setup and I'm fucking killing myself because I can't fucking do like a fakie.
Yeah.
Like rock and roll fakie, set myself up to do something coming the other way. You know, that would fucking bum me the fuck out. But coming out of a trick a little bit shaky, you know, that is part of the fun.
Yeah.
I guess is what I'm trying to say. It's like it doesn't have to be perfect every fucking time.
Yeah, like the barely make are sometimes the best ones.
Yes.
Where you
yes.
roll away, but you like your heart's beating like, oh fuck, I almost like ate shit and died on that. Well, it's funny too, because I was just saying about how like skating's become robotic and like people over practicing and stuff, but the irony of that is like Rodney Mullen was like the original over practicer who like skated in his backyard like for like 6 hours every night once the sun went down, and like that dude was like so methodical. And I mean, like basically modern street skating wouldn't have existed without his like mathematical persistence on like learning tricks.
So how fucking crazy is that though? Like when I was getting out of skating, like originally, he still wasn't even considered like he was a pro, but he was a freestyle pro.
Yeah, he still
like,
was like lumped in with the freestyle people.
Yeah, he had not made that transition into like, and it was like just after I stopped skating that, you know, the double noses were taking over, and the boards were thinning up and stuff. Like that shit hadn't totally taken hold yet when I had finished up. So he had not hit his fucking like best streak, which is crazy to even think of.
Yeah, dude. I mean, apparently he still skates pretty frequently too. He just doesn't really put footage out anymore. But dude, that guy, he was on a fucking tear for like decades before he like quote unquote retired or whatever. But yeah, I mean, his shit all his stuff, but his shit in the early 90s, like his Plan B era stuff, I mean, that was like some major groundbreaking shit. And then all his like late 90s, early 2000s stuff, like the Cheese and Crack, or he wasn't in Cheese and Crackers, but like all the like almost footage that he put out, and
him
which
versus Daysong, or
yeah, like all that's. Have you ever seen the Cheese and Crackers video, by the way?
I don't know if I have.
It's the mini ramp video they put out. It's Chris Haslam and Daewon Song like do all that crazy mini ramp skating where they like do hippie jumps through tires and stuff. Dude, you should watch that video. It's insane.
Like I watched a bunch of shit from the store back when we had a shop, but I don't think I saw that one.
Yeah, watch Cheese and Crackers, dude. Like if you're into mini ramp skating, like which I know you are, and that's like one of my favorite forms of skateboarding, but if you're a mini ramp enthusiast, Cheese and Crackers is like the best fucking video. It's just like every trick, you're just like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What like if I had $1 for every time I said what the fuck the first time I watched that video. That video made me want to skate mini ramps so bad, and also made me want to quit skating simultaneously. Like, fuck, I'm so bad at skateboarding. These guys are ridiculous. Yeah, dude, mega ramp, it's crazy. There's definitely a part of me that would love to know what it feels like to even just roll down the first thing. Like if they were like, we can get you padded up in such a way that even if you bail out, like before you even get to the first jump, like you'll be fine. Like you just gotta like jump out to the side, like roll out, or like knee and elbow slide, or just whatever. If there was a safe way to bail, I would love to drop in on the drop in and just see what it feels like approaching that jump. Just what that speed feels like. It's got to be just like insane.
Roll-ins are harder than fucking straight up drop-ins.
Oh, I always thought so too.
Like the transition of weight is so much different. Like drop-ins a throw forward and kind of get your center of gravity right. Where the fucking you're adjusting that whole time coming in. And I think I rolled in before. It was weird though. I think I killed myself, but I think that was my hook. That was when I'm like, fuck yeah, I need to do this.
Dude,
I was rolling in on a ramp.
The only time I don't think I ever rolled in on a vert ramp on like a proper channel. The only roll in I think I ever did was Jay Winger's ramp, because his whole one side was that roll in, if you remember. And
yeah.
what was sketchy about it though is like there was like the deck, right? I'm doing a little hand diagram here, but so there was the deck, which was one sheet of plywood, and the deck went out to like here, and then the roll-in started. But where the plywood was pieced together on the roll-in to how it met the deck had a little bit of a lean on it. So when you like got to where the two sheets of plywood connected, you could actually feel like your rails scrape as you would go over. So there was like this moment of where your board kind of touched, and it was like so sketchy because it was so possible to hang up even though it was a roll-in.
Oh, fucking horrible.
I remember being terrified the first time I tried to roll in on that, because I was like, I had never done it before, and I was like, dude, this is sketchy. I feel like my back wheels are going to catch. But yeah, I definitely agree. I think dropping in, just tail dropping, is way easier than rolling in.
Because like when I watch the Mega Ramp videos, like my legs start tingling as soon as they start leaning and coming down the face of it. Like I can feel it.
Oh yeah.
And like, oh fuck.
You have that scenario. Like I'd swear to God, dude, sometimes when I watch the Mega Ramp footage, like not exaggerating, like my butthole will clench.
Fuck yes. Oh my God. Totally. Yes. Oh yeah. I can feel it in my knees. Like I'm like, fuck. And the butthole clenching.
Sometimes I'll even be like, oh, like I'll do like a, fuck. Terrifying.
Oh shit. Yes, I totally.
Well, that's like that slam clip that Thaddeus sent us, where I said, I know that bowl. Dude, so there's this clip there's a skate park actually near my house that was sort of my stomping grounds for a number of years. It's the Claremont Skate Park. It's one of the oldest skate parks in San Diego from like the more modern era. But it's got a combi pool there. It's like sort of like a mini combi pool, but like the deep end's still like 10 feet. And that shallow end is like, I think 7.5 or 8. But anyway, I used to skate that pool a ton. And there's a clip of this ramp. There's like a quarter pipe that's set up, and there's like a street area in this skate park that's fenced off. And then there's like about a 5 feet wide sidewalk area before the bowl starts. So they have this quarter pipe set up in this street area, and there's like a 4-foot fence, and then this sidewalk area, and then the bowl. So this dude on a bike, like a bicycle, like freestyle bike, he fucking airs out of this quarter pipe and tries to like air over this sidewalk and go into this like vert bowl. And I'll see if there's a way I can post the clip up on the website so people can check it out. But dude like enters the bowl and just, couldn't remember if he hung up or if he like just like landed weird, but he
landed weird.
Yeah. He basically like his wheels hit, his tires hit, and he starts rolling down the transition, but he just goes full like face over the handlebars and just like scorpions into the flat bottom, and his fucking face just gets brutally slid across the flat bottom of the fucking bowl.
So I think they built that ramp for some sort of like Haro demo.
Oh, I saw it had a Haro logo on it. Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's some sort of Haro demo. I don't know. Like I follow him and I follow Haro Bikes, but it's like they had done something, and I know that him and Haro worked on a new bike together, but I don't think it was for that release. But for some reason, like they built it for Haro.
Gotcha.
And yeah, that shit is fucking, it's crazy. And I was just thinking that they used to kind of look at Dennis McCoy because he always had the full-on face mask. And I'm like,
yeah.
I was like, and dude, that's why you fucking wear the full-on face mask. Because that dude just had like a little fucking skateboard helmet on, and he just,
Totally
If
just
he
like a
didn't
little
fucking
Pro
pull-
Tech helmet.
Yeah, if he wasn't pulling teeth up out of the bottom of the bowl,
God damn
then I'm fucking surprised.
Yeah, like if he would have had the helmet with the face thing, like he still was
He was fucked. but-
He's fucked up and gonna be sore, but yeah, he might have saved his face. Yeah, dude, it's like don't launch off of 10-foot quarter pipes into 10-foot bowls that are 20 feet away without a fucking full face mask on.
Oh my god! So, I'm guessing he never made it because I don't remember the clip coming back with him actually killing it.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, once you have that slam, do you try again?
well, me? No, because I'm probably at home crying.
Yeah, dude, that one might have made me cry, definitely.
Oh my god.
That was horrible, man. Like I never really was a big fan of watching slam footage, but the older I've gotten, I just despise it even more. I think we've talked about this before, but yeah, I can barely stand to watch fucking bad slams.
Oh yeah, they're fucking.
There's some
Yeah,
nasty
it
shit out
is.
there. Fucking
I
handrail
don't-
shit and stuff. Like dudes just getting fucking served up on handrail bales and shit.
Yeah,
Gnarly.
fuck that.
Well, fuck. I don't know, dude. I think I'm fucking
think it's
ready
a-
to wrap shit up.
So I have to tell you that and we can't go in depth about it because I haven't. But Fred and I are coming up with a concept.
Okay. Cool.
Just that's where a musical concept.
Oh, okay. All right.
And
Is it something that I will be informed about at some point?
well,
Or-
I would hope.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if this was like a duet you guys were doing.
Oh, my
or
God.
If it's like something where you need help and I'm involved, or this is
Well, we just need to figure out logistics of everything.
okay.
I did say I was like, motherfucker, I wish he lived here
Okay.
so
gotcha.
that we could bring these visions to reality.
Gotcha.
But we're gonna see what we can do.
Okay. I'm definitely excited and intrigued.
Oh, you should be.
Cool. Well, thanks for listening, and yeah, we'll talk to you guys next time.
Adios, motherfuckers.
Later. This podcast was brought to you by Potty Mouth Records. Contact us at pottymouthrecords@gmail.com and find us on the web at pottymouthrecords.rocks. That's .rocks.
Top that, bitch!
For all of you that listen to this to the very end and then give me shit because I forget to move the end markers back so that the podcast stops right after the fucking message, here is your bonus track. It's the Haunted AF song before we like tweaked it all out and removed the beeps from them saying shit and stuff like that. So without further ado, here it is. And thank you for listening.
It's weird shit!